Mizutina.
Hey everyone, Mizutina here with your weekly read part 1. Today we are having the little guys come in and showing what they got. Well, more like what I read this week anyway. So, as you can see, we read Kakuyo, Platinum End, and The Promised Neverland. But we also have titles such as Hellsing, Food Wars, and Battle Royale. Now let's get on with this. So, I shall start with Hellsing. Let's just move these guys over here. Thank you for coming in. We won't be talking about you. We already did it last time. Now, we've got Hellsing by Kota Hirano. It is a very interesting series for, a supernatural horror work. And I grew up with this, surprisingly. I bought the collection off on eBay second hand, but looking at the conditioning, you can kind of tell it's not that bad for second hand. It actually looks brand new. I even considered at one point, did they actually read it? But they probably did, and then sold it to me, which I'm internally grateful for, considering that one volume is about 80 USD, and to us Australian, that's a lot of money. Anyway, the first volume opens readers to Up to England, a place that's in dire need of protection from the supernatural forces, especially vampires. This is where the Hellsing organization comes in with their experience to combat them, especially with their own personal weapon in the form of a vampire named Alucard, who has this immense power at his disposal. Evil forces are now on the march, and Hellsing may not be able to contain it since it threatens to engulf not just England, but the whole world. Yes, I am reading off something. My blog post. Should give it a read later. It would actually sound a lot more better than how I'm actually reading it now. Anyway, so as we can tell, I bought the whole series, but since at the time I was reading Battle Royale, and, well, I should actually finish reading that, considering I'm now up to Volume 7, and Volume 6 is not a part of this video, sadly enough. Poor thing. But it will be the start of the next one. Now, I'll tell you something about the story. My favorite parts is actually the story itself. Sure, the art's nice, and the little scribbles at the end of the characters are cute, but I enjoy the story because it's both serious with a hint of comedy, especially when you see the relationships between all the characters, like Alucard, Police Girl, Integra. Heck, even the Nazis are interesting in this story. Ugh, that sounded so bad. Not that I support Nazis, oh my gosh. No matter how this is going to sound, they do kind of contribute to the story immensely. But since I'm in the middle of Battle Royale, I have to give this story a little bit of a break. It will probably be in the next video. The last 9, hopefully. We shall see. And of course, next we have my baby. My personal baby. Oh, look at Battle Royale. For someone over 10 years old, your condition is pretty good. Mama took care of you. I'm joking, but I do take care of them. Now, Battle Royale is done by Koshin Takami and Masayuki Taguchi. Sorry for butchering that. I will get it better next time. So far, I've read 5 out of the 15 mangas this week. But hopefully in the next week, you'll probably at least see 6 to 10. Or if I'm feeling really, really ambitious in my reading, 6 to 15. Go me. Yeah, I can do this. Anyway, Battle Royale is an interesting series. I shall tell you, well, basically the gist of my synopsis that I wrote, which is really bad. Anyway, Battle Royale is a terrible lottery that you don't want to win if you're a 9th grader in Japan. Since you and your classmates would end up on TV, and not just for the good stuff, I mean, where you are killing each other in order to be the last man standing. Within the 5 volumes, the program escalates as 42 students are dwindled down to 20 students. Some die by their own choices, others by sheer accident, and then of course you have the ones who are playing to win. Characters such as Mitsuko and Kazuo. which surprisingly are the two characters I really like because the history is actually fairly interesting. Either way, we follow Shuya, Noriko, and Shogo as they make their way through the world of Battle Royale. Actually, I think they're actually really interesting characters. Look, see, there you go. You got Shuya, Noriko. I'm pretty sure on one of the volumes. Oh, actually, I found a better volume. Here's volume 3, the better volume. This is a good one. You have the 3 characters I'm actually talking about. Anyway, yes, I will say this now. This series is aimed for people 18 years and over, so I advise that you shouldn't read it if you're under the age of 18, but I'm not your mother, so I'm not going to stop you if you do. Just be warned, there's a lot of violence, sex, gore, people's heads being blown off. That sort of fun thing. Just remember, series is full of it. Full of it. Yeah, fun fact, I shouldn't be talking considering I did buy this series under the age of 18. I actually got the whole lot before I probably turned 18. I don't regret it because now if you try and buy the series like in this form and not the big chunky hardcovers, yeah, they're about that big. Each volume is either really hard to get or really expensive. Unless you're in the US or any other country that has secondhand bookstores that sells manga. Because then, I can tell you one thing, I'm very jealous. Australia doesn't have that option, really. Only a few times I got lucky and actually got mangas from a secondhand store that was in reasonable condition or I was collecting. Or just in general had manga. They never do. Can't complain too much. I still have Kinokuniya and, if I go to Canberra, there's like a few stores down there. And then the occasional bookstore that just only has Viz Media stuff. Nothing against Viz Media, a good chunk of my collection is Viz, but come on, a girl needs variety. Oh, and of course, Volume 5, the volume I finished on. Now, when I first got this series, I wasn't a huge fan of the art because back then I liked really pretty art. Or that, yeah. But, like Hellsing, the story is what got me. The characters, everything about it. And then again, at that time I read the Battle Royale novel and I thought it was the best thing ever at that time. And then I discovered things like Hunger Game and I'm like, you ripped Battle Royale off, how dare you? Yeah, I was devastated at first and then I realized it was a really, not great copy. But then again, people might say, it'd be like Lord of the Flies. And it's like, I haven't read that yet, but I will get there one day. Once I stop reading manga all the time, but we know that's never going to happen. I do really hope that people do give all these series I'm talking about a read. Sure, they may not be as young as like My Hero Academia or Attack on Titan, or the art's not that pretty because it's so old. Honestly, give them a go. Good series. They're the reason why manga is now becoming more popular in the West because they started something. Then again, I'm sort of guilty for liking things like The Promised Neverland and Platinum End, which I think in my own mind is popular. Then again, I started with Fruits Basket, so what do I know? Also, people give Fruits Basket a go. It deserves all the love in the world. No lie. Anyway, I'm going to shift my babies over to the right. Yeah, now I'm just going to shift the camera over here so we're not looking at the pile of books that is mass accumulating on the side here. Next on my I've read too much this week, we have Food Wars Volume 12. Yeah, as we can all tell, I am super behind on this series. I don't know why I stopped collecting at one point, but hopefully I'll start to get up to date by the end of this year. Basically, Volume 12 is the continuation of the of the four classics coming to a conclusion with a historic first, a three-way battle. Pike being the selected ingredient to grace the grandest of stages, but with a tight time limit and taking on such overwhelming adversaries in the form of Hayama Hayama. Yay, I said it right for once. Of Hayama and Kurikiba, does Soma have the chance to create something amazing and win this challenge? Who knows? You have to wait till volume 13 to find that out. Yeah, I managed to make a paragraph based on this. Anyway, I really do look forward to getting more of the series, considering I really do enjoy the art. It's very pleasant to the eyes. And the story, which is really fascinating. Sure, I've read up to 20 volumes thanks to my friend who actually originally bought the series and got me into cooking mangas. Now I have a few of them growing on my collection somewhere. But yes, I do look forward to getting more. And I hope to God those characters that continue to shit me do not shit me anymore. Fat chance that's gonna happen, but who knows? A girl can hope. Now, in my actual blog post, I do talk about Kakuryou, where I bought this after reading one chapter, and I want the next volume. But then if I want number 3, I have to wait. And we all know how I feel about waiting. Not gonna happen. But we'll get there one day. As I said, I've talked about this, and this previously, but now I actually have a written blog for it. Yes! Later this week, I shall be giving you part 2, which I have dubbed You're Going to Kill Your Friends, or something like that. Until then, read all the things. Yay! I look forward to reading all these again.